Yeah. Hello, my noble band of outlaws. Outlaw Samurai coming at you live with a video. As you saw from the title, I bought an air fryer. Now you're probably wondering, Outlaw, why are you making this a live stream? Well, simply because we're going to be unboxing another thing I bought from Lowe's. And if you know anything about Menards and Lowe's, you know that we are bitter rivals or something. Here's some sort of plate-looking thing. Instructions. Plastic. Notice we're jumping right into this unboxing. So here it is in all of its glory. Take the tape off. Sort of caution sticker. I'm going to remove. This is a 5-quart cooking thing, which means that it's going to have plenty of space to fill my fat belly. Sorry in advance, I have to get up to read the comments. I have no clue how I'm racist, but that's what you get for false accusations. Now, for those who want to watch the live stream and be respectful, that's a different story. Now then, as I was saying, this should have plenty of cargo space to feed my fat belly. And this, from what I can tell, I believe, goes inside of the air fryer to keep the food from touching the bottom. There we go. Now, without further ado, doing some proper shipments. Yeah, someone's called me racist on the live stream. Some jackass decided he was going to comment I'm a racist streamer on my live stream. I dig sheet. Just a moment while I look up the... You can pick this up at Menards right now on sale for $39 something.
What did you do it for?
Let's see here. I was right. It's some sort of trivet thing. Okay, so the voltage is 120 volts at 60 hertz. The wattage is 1500 watt. And the capacity is 5 quarts or 4.75 liters. Now if I can just get the bloody back of this untied. We're in business because I do plan on live testing this as soon as I got it set up. I have some menagerie of things to fry set off to the side here. Now let me take a little looky-see. I had to grab my extension cord. Once I get this bloody cord untangled, Come on. No, you can never say that what you see is what you see is what you don't get with a outlaw live stream. Come on. There we go. Something happened. I was gonna say, me big boy need big cooking space. It beeps somehow. Okay, so yeah, this is completely like touchscreen. Alright, so it appears to have a button for pies, vegetables, reheat, either making or reheating French fries, chicken, bacon, fish, something to do with a swirly thing. This is with the clock, I assume, to set the time limit. And then over here is where you can set the temperature. Close up. Like I said, this is completely new territory for me in terms of appliances. Ooh, and it auto shuts off when you pull the thing out. That's nice. It is a great deal. Usually it's like 37 something. Okay, so temperature control, LED screen, timer, presets, left to right, top to bottom, air fry, fries, chicken wings, bacon, fish, baked vegetables, broil, dehydrate. Dehydrate? I can make jerky in this. Why did I not buy a deep fryer before? This is like redneck all-in-one utility. This was designed by a redneck. Okay. There's more. Oh. I have me some grass-fed steak. Pork chops, because the guy at Sam's Club said pork chops was supposed to be good for air fryers. And the classic French fry. Try to keep up with the comments here. Shake reminder button. Start, pause, which is number 8, and then obviously power. Once it's plugged in, hold on to the control panel, blah, 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 press select, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this thing apparently is like a microwave to me, so I never actually use any of the preset buttons on the microwave. So with that in mind, I'm just going to set this thing to its highest temperature, 10 minutes, and see what happens. But before I do any of that, this is just plain water, by the way. You always want to give these things either a good rinse or a good wipe off before using them. Thank you for the advice. I dig sheet. But my normal but just for you to know, my normal experimentation process usually involves me buying something and then just kind of going through the motions with it. There. I think I put that in upside down. No, I think I did put that in. Do it as in, do it my way or do it as in Google? Now we're just going to set that off to the side for a moment. The other item, I'm just going to sit in this chair, do the rest of this. Oh, my way. Gotcha. Get out my unboxing knife. The other thing we are unboxing is the Blackstone knife set, and we're going to do a live test with these to prep the food that's going to go into there. Now, if you don't know this already, Lowe's and Menards are like extremely huge rivals. So, me working at Menards could be considered blasphemous for me to buy shit from Lowe's. I don't know. But I was walking around Lowe's out of boredom and I found these. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Of course, sharpness test. All right. Now, these are made out of German stainless steel. So, what that means is I don't honestly know, since there's a whole ton of stainless steel, German stainless steel blades out there on the market. I can say this for certain. The knife is very handle heavy, which makes it extremely easy to maneuver around. And this really isn't a traditional cleaver, I would say. This is more kind of like, I would imagine, a hybrid between the classic cleaver and an all-purpose 8-inch chef's knife. Shares the same edge as its slightly longer sister. There it is. But give our tools a quick little rinse off and let's get started with this, shall we? Now, the first thing I'm going to do to test this, at the very least, you know, it honestly does look like they just circumcised the damn thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the steak and put it in here first. And before anyone says anything, yes, I know I have not seasoned this meat, and I know it's sacrilegious to cook unseasoned meat. But this is a test. Alright. Let's see how high this goes. Okay, so this maxes out at 400 degrees. And then how low can I set this? Okay. So max time limit on this thing is 1 minute. And the max time limit, LRTS, let's go. And the max time limit, it can still keep going. I'm assuming this thing can go for a few hours. But that is going to be way too long. So I'm going to set it for 10 minutes and let it go. Apparently this thing has to preheat. Now I don't know if it can preheat prior to putting something in it or not. I didn't test that. Apparently not. It is cool that it will go immediately back to preheat. So this thing does have some nice safety features. Now how long that takes to preheat, I've cooked so many steaks on regular flat tops that I'm usually somewhat good when it comes to baking the steaks. Usually, honestly, Bruce has. The air fryer is caloric. Bruce Harrah. And thank you for showing up. So, for those, I don't know if you were here when I was talking earlier, but we are currently preheating this to air fry a steak. Whilst I completely lose sight of the damn huge ass bag of potatoes that is right in front of my face. Got a nice potato. And for those wondering, yes, I am going to wash this potato by simply just spraying it with water. Mine still says that it's preheating. Huh. I guess it don't take long to preheat. Sorry, I completely missed that. And no, this is not the most, should I say, effective nor really safest way to peel a potato. They are fat. Get off the damn knife. Makes fries with a katana. Little Caesar's Pizza. Don't tempt me, okay? I do stupid shit like that without someone needing to tell me. And for those of you wondering, yes, I have food prepped with a katana before. No, I will not food prep with a katana in this live stream simply because it's too much of a hassle to go get the closest one to food safe that I have. But technically, I guess technically all katanas are food safe. It's just whether you've cleaned the blade off or not. I will say this knife cuts phenomenally. I don't speak good. You're a touch of the spectrum. And no, that's not just me making a crude joke. I actually do have a slight bit of autism called Asperger's, which tends to make me hyper focus on shit and not pick up easily on social cues. Which is probably why I'm antisocial to a large extent. Mm-hmm. Okay, does this thing say does Google say that this thing changes when the minutes go down? Because I'm pretty sure it's been more than a couple of minutes since I started this thing. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to make this a live stream. Okay, so it stopped making a noise. I can't really feel if it's hot. Damn heat installation. Yep. I suppose I have to do something extremely sacrilegious. Something that goes against all manner of guy and bro code and read the damn instructions. I know. Just don't curse me out too badly in the comments. I know I shouldn't have to read the instructions. Hey, Tempest! You missed it. Someone called me racist earlier. I don't know why. It was the first two comments of the live stream. I already blocked them. There's a time. Has to shake. Wait a minute. Press the menu, select through the panel time and temperature. Modify it by using the time and temperature controls. Once you have selected your preset as well as your desired time and temperature, press the shake reminder. I guess I have to. Well, something's happening because there's heat inside the bloody thing. Yeah, you're true enough. Literally, I think the first 5 words that came out of my mouth is "Hello, my noble band of outlaws," and then air fryer. Shake reminder icon. Oh, that button. I just selected your time and temperature. The shake reminder icon on the damn feature. Hey, I think I figured it out. Look, it's counting down. Okay, so apparently what you have to do is you have to press this little circular button thing, and then you have to push this thing, and I guess then you have to push this thing for it to finally kick in. Because it's counting down at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Perfect. Next thing's next. Now, I'm probably fairly certain that there's a specific technique or way of making French fries that has been passed down from like one fry cook to the next for the last 100 years or some shit. I am not that fry cook. I have never actually cut potatoes into fry shape before, which is probably fairly obvious from how I'm cutting these. In fact, it's almost more than certainly extremely obvious that I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. So instead of fries, I'm going to make potato wedges. Now then, if you will pardon me, I shall be right back because I have to get plates for this shit. Also, I had to grab seasoning. I just could not bring myself to make a second pour. Them better anyhow, Thanks. I just could not bring myself to make a second portion of steak and not have it seasoned properly. Especially when I am a major component of seasoning your meat. Or should I say a major advocate? One of those two things. Tempest will correct me in the comments. I'm very well aware. For those of you who don't know, Tempest and I have a long-standing relationship of I say something stupid and then he corrects me. Or I misspell something and then he corrects me. In any case, he corrects me. As the king of steaks, Guga would say, season generously with salt, garlic powder, and black pepper. Make sure you get as much of the steak covered in seasoning as you can. That smells good. Okay, observation. You can slightly tell when this thing gets hit hot because it does get slightly warm on the outside. Is that prime New York? Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, it is New York strip. But no, this is Thomas Farms all natural grass-fed and finished beef strip loin steak. Minimally processed, no artificial ingredients that you can get from your local Sam's Club. I got all, except for the air fryer that I got at Menards, I got all the ingredients from Sam's Club. Including the pork chops that we're going to air fry as well. And I know what some of you may be thinking, Outlaw, this is way too much food to be making all at once, and maybe you're right. I'd say I'll eat about maybe half of this in total, and then I'll put the other half up and bring it in for my lunch tomorrow. Look at that nice. Again, don't be afraid to season. In regular cooking process, you lose about half the seasoning you put on through the cooking process alone. Also, black pepper should not be put on food right next to your mouth or nose holes. I wonder. Oh, there it is. Now, before the potatoes go into the air fryer, everybody, tell me if I should salt them before or after putting them in. I mean, I'm the only one eating it, so it's not like I gotta worry about people freaking out about it being unhygienic. Now, it's also imperative that if you're going to be cutting any meat, What I like to do is I like to use 2 knives. Unironically, I also did an unboxing of these 2 knives earlier in the live stream. But what I mean is, one knife I use strictly for vegetables, and one knife I use for meat. This is to avoid cross-contamination, so no one can say Outlaw isn't completely food safe. Flip that over, and as Guga himself says, season both sides. Wait, how do I put the salt on there? Now, I was told by a colleague of mine that I should put some water in the bottom of the air fryer to keep it from being dried out. I don't know if this will get dried out or not. We'll have to see. But in the meantime, if y'all have any questions, I'll do a little Q&A while we're waiting for the meat to get done. Or you can watch me peel another potato with a giant-ass knife. I have a distinct feeling the potato would get more votes. Go ahead, shoot your questions about swords, knives, stuff like that in general. While I contemplate on whether I'm going to fry this with the skin on or not. I'm going to... Thank you, Fatty Liver. But as I said, whilst I'm waiting for the meat to cook, anyone have any questions for Outlaw, swords, blades in general? Maybe I'll even give like spoilers to future videos I have in the works. Cut the eyes out of this potato. I gouge out your eyeballs. Not my eyeballs. Don't take my eyeballs. I'm make a potato accent. This is what I think potatoes sound like. You kind of get into a little bit of unfiltered Outlaw here in my inner voices. I think I'm getting the hang of peeling a potato with this ungodly big knife. You like your job? I actually do like my job quite a bit. Now, what I was doing was I was originally a carryout, which meant I pushed carts, loaded things into people's cars and everything. You know, that kind of stuff. And then I went over to plumbing. However, I had to leave plumbing because a bunch of the carryouts who they hired decided to quit because they couldn't handle it. Don't know their names or anything like that. Wouldn't reveal them if I did. Not that kind of guy. But in any case, so they asked me to come back up and help them kind of get the scheduling and everything back under control, of which I gladly accepted. So I'm back outside pushing carts. Yes, I know, in this weather. Not to mention the fact that a lot of the projects that you see me doing as of late, like some of you may have watched the video I did over the sword stand that I made out of plywood. Working at Menards not only gives me a steady access to supplies for projects, but it's all around a generally great place to work. You get profit sharing, which is where you work 1,000 hours, you get a portion of the store's profit back to you. Right? Hours are flexible. When you're full time, you get paid vacation, of which I am. You get bi-monthly. You get by 6 monthly raises, which means like every 6 months you get a raise. And Fatty Liver's right. It's an additional $3 an hour on the weekends, not just Sundays, both Sunday and Saturday. No, it's Sunday and Saturday. So let's say you make $17 an hour normally, which I believe is the starting pay for a full-time. That means when it comes, if you work weekends, that 48-hour time frame of which you're working 16 of those hours, you get $3 more on the hour. So you immediately jump up from $17 an hour to $18, $19, $20 an hour. You can make a good chunk of change, and it is weekly pay. I think the steak is done. Because it says off. So I'm assuming that means it's done. Ooh. Now that got a nice char. And non-stick. Now then, let's try the seasoned one. Whew. Almost lost the steak. Ooh. All right. This time I'm going to set the temperature lower. I'm going to set it at 300 degrees. All right. For 15 minutes. Alright. Temple Run. Like, at this point, it kind of feels like something like that. No. Let's take a look at our steak. Aww. That's disappointing and saddening. It's well done. I'm sad. Bad air fryer. You cooked the food too long. Oh well, still gotta eat it. I gotta say, unlike most well done steaks I've had, this one's got a nice little bounce to it. And the thing is, it's chewy, like a well done steak is. But the flavor's there. It's actually very moist. So far, Billy Buckman. Do I own a Zelda sword? No, I do not actually own a Zelda sword. Despite me loving swords, I do not actually play Zelda pretty much at all, actually. Which, to many of you, may be shocking. But the thing is, I've never really gotten into the whole Zelda Link thing for two main reasons. One, I didn't have the PlayStations required to play the games growing up. Nor did I have the games. And two, nothing about Zelda ever really grabbed my attention and made me want to learn more about it. All right. I'm telling you, for a well done steak, it's not bad. Just a splash of salt, though. Yeah, no Zelda. Tempest. As shocking. Oh, that salt just made it. That salt just made this hit so different. Surprisingly, no. I never actually got into Zelda. Don't get me wrong, I do know of Zelda. A little bit. Fantasy Blades I'm fascinated with. I like any of the swords from One Piece, which is probably a more modern answer, but I absolutely love the concept behind Guts' Dragon Slayer. Tempest is like Muramasa. Tempest knows me, okay? He knows that I'd rather walk the demon's path. Getting a drink. But yeah, in terms of fantasy blades, yes, the Muramasas from Legend, Guts' Dragon Slayer from Berserk, Inuyasha's Tensaiga, Shishomaru's Baku Saiga. Like, all these blades interest me. Yes, against your advice, Tempest, we've been down this road before. You're not going to persuade me to take up a Murasame. It's just not in my nature. Now, Shishomaru had Tenseiga, and later on, after he put the whole, being jealous of Inuyasha thing to rest, oh, never mind. You did write Tenseiga. Sorry. But yeah, after Shishomaru put the whole, I'm jealous of Inuyasha thing to rest, he then received his own sword, the Baku Saiga. It's in the final arc of the show. Which, argumentatively, Baku Saiga is actually far more powerful than Tenseiga. Yeah, Masamune. See, I told you he'd correct me. Again, you see, I told you Tempest would correct me. Oh, by the way, Tempest, have you watched Yashahime Half-Demon Princesses with Shishomaru's daughters? Shotgun sword from Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't remember there being a shotgun sword. Oh, dude, you need to finish it. Right. Right. If I could pick one of Shishomaru's daughters or Inuyasha's daughter to fight demons with, I think I'd pick Setsuna and Moroha. Sorry, Toga, but those two have more experience, and I don't have to worry about them doing something stupid. Well, Moroha I'd have to worry about, but she's Inuyasha's daughter. Doing something stupid is expected. Wind sword. Are you talking about Blackbeard's cutlass? I was gonna say, it's been a long time since I watched Pirates of the Caribbean. I do remember one of the movies starred Blackbeard, and he'd had a cutlass that could either manipulate the wind, or it could do something. And my redneck ass just said, fuck it. We're making steak fries. Honestly speaking, though, a wind sword has real untapped potential. Because, and this is going to include some shit from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Wind bending is kind of OP if you think about it. And I know Aang and all them, they kind of make it seem more like goofy and free-spirited, but I will give Legend of Korra credit where it's due about Zephyr and what he did with the airbending. Because if you could literally just take the air out of somebody's lungs, bend the air out of their lungs, and if you could do that to multiple people without needing a lot of training, I mean, who's going to cut you? Or who's going to stop you? True, there'll be like some sort of like range advantage or disadvantage here. Well, we don't know like the max range airbending can affect. And the wind sword would be a similar situation here where what's stopping you from making a construct of wind, like a flying blade that is sent out and cut an opponent from long distance? That's all I'm saying. I'm only going to make 2 potatoes worth of fries simply because I don't want to burn out my new air fryer. We'll see how well this second steak turns out. But there is something that I have been debating on doing since Christmas. And it's this. This is a hot sauce challenge starting from weakest to strongest. With the level 1 being chipotle, level 2 being cayenne, level 3 being jalapeno, level 4 being green chili, level 5 being habanero, level 6 being ghost pepper, and level 7 being habanero extra hot. So I've been debating on doing this for a little bit. Don't know if I'll actually do it or not, but we'll see. I'll be right back. I have to go do something real quick. I'm back. But so if I did get it for Christmas, I'm going to at least open it up and see what it has to offer. I may just skip all the way to level 7, honestly. Save myself some kind of torture. Since we're done cutting vegetables, Give the cutting board a little wipe down. Ooh, that has a lot nicer color. Put that down there for a moment. Ooh, that's much better. A nice medium rare. That's what I want to know, because I don't remember a shotgun sword. You think, Tempest, you and me, being sword nerds that we are, would remember a gun sword in Pirates of the Caribbean. So with that rests, I'm going to dump the potatoes in here. And hey, Gargoyle! Not much, just testing out the new air fryer. We already did a steak. Well, one steak as a test. We just finished the second steak. And now I'm attempting to make French fries. So I think I'll keep it at 20 minutes at 400 degrees. And I think I figured out how to work this thing now. So nice and juicy and oh. Well, that is a guilty pleasure. It's moist, delicious, tender, soft. Nice. So, there you go. In case you tuned in before I showed this, I am going to attempt a hot sauce challenge. Fuck it. Outlaw's about to do something really stupid. There's usually someone's cue to say, Outlaw, you should not do this, and me say, you're right, I should not do this. But sounds painful. It is. Because I am going straight for level 7. So no one can say... Level 7, right there. So no one can say Outlaw cheated. Ooh, lordy, 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 lordy. Every slice I take off is tender and juicy. Everyone saw me pour it on there. 3, 2. This is supposed to be hot? Somehow I feel ripped off. And I did not skip out on it either. I put a generous portion of hot sauce on that. Ooh, lactose intolerant or something worse. Honestly, this habanero extra hot's not that bad. Wait a minute. Gargoyle, no offense, but if most Italians are lactose intolerant, could you explain to me how 90% of your cultural dishes are smothered in some form of cheese or yogurt? Well, I suppose a lot of y'all use goat cheese, but does that make a difference? Like, is goat cheese a deciding factor? Mm. Ah, okay. I would like to point out that I have eaten about good. Ooh. Okay. So now I'm starting to feel a little something. I think prolonged eating is what causes the spice. Yep. Okay, so apparently it is eating the hot sauce multiple times that kicks in. Well, I'm okay. It's just now I'm feeling it. Yes, there's the milk. But I am no one's bitch. I still went straight for level 7. I just underestimated how much of it I could eat at one point. Hey. So we know not to eat any more of that habanero extra hot. I'm gonna say garlic oil. I think half of California is on fire at the moment. You can take it personally all at once. I still went straight for level 7 and I have no regrets. I regret nothing. Hey, Space Ghost. Testing out a new air fryer. And also, eating level 7 habanero extra hot sauce. I ain't gonna pay for shit. Where's my uncle? And yes, I just spawned a baguette out of nowhere. Gargoyle's waiting for it to stop raining. I'm waiting for it to be not cold as a motherfucker out here. Ha ha ha! So funny. I love life mistakes. Ha ha ha! I don't want to hear shit. It's not like any of y'all haven't eaten hot sauce you shouldn't have eaten before. You shut your smart ass grin up. Okay. After stuffing my face with almost half a baguette and 3 glasses of milk later, I think I finally killed the hot sauce. Yeah, Space Ghost, you're up in Maine, so You just walk outside and you see your local iceberg. I was never good at geography. Outlaw tries atomic challenge. See, every time Gargoyle says it's cold, where he lives, because he lives in California, every time he says it's cold, I'm like, what the hell do you mean? It's like 90 degrees there all year. And then I keep forgetting, like, California has its own, like, northern and southern hemispheres. Like, when you get up north near Washington State and the mountains. Before anyone says anything, this is food safe. Yeah, California may have meditation weather. Indiana has winter, 1 day of summer, more winter. In Indiana, it's not spring, fall, winter, summer. It's winter, colder winter, freeze your fucking balls off winter, warm month, winter. It do be hot in Indiana at the times when Mother Nature isn't having her anorexic orgasm Caesar fit and can't make up her damn mind if she wants to have us freeze or boil. Well, how's the winters up there, Space Ghost? Oh no, see, in Indiana, we don't believe in in closing shit down. That's just a suggestion. Now, when you say white hot, what exactly do you mean? Like egg cooking on the sidewalk hot, or like the local soccer moms at the beach hot? Yes, Allah letting his inner naughty side out. Y'all get an unfiltered outlaw. Is it possible to get drunk off of steak and hot sauce? My mustache was literally frozen today at work. I can honestly say I have never had that problem. I will say this for the air fryer. It is quite exceptional at rendering the fat. Because this is the fat cap that was on the steak. And see how rendered it's become. Very much almost like a chew toy. I mean, it was just last month where Indiana, over the course, or at least where I'm living in Indiana, got like 3 feet of snow in one night. And it continued to snow like that for the foreseeable week. Let me look. Grass-fed and finished beef strip loin steak. So this is a strip loin. I don't know how these potato wedges are going to turn out. But I think after they check on the potatoes, I think I'll call it a night for there because I'm starting to get full and a little tired. Well, I say they're done. Ooh. Ooh. All the juicy bits at the bottom. Put that down there for a moment. Okay. Bye. Okay, so I can tell I'm not good at making French fries. Mainly because they're kind of still half raw in the middle. I think I should have cut these smaller. Who knows? See what happens after I let them cool for a little bit. Feel more dehydrated than anything else. Well, that does it for the unboxing of both the air fryer and the 2 knives. So, until next time, my noble band of outlaws, Outlaw Samurai tells all y'all, be crazy rednecks, be safe, use your weapons, and I'm out. Peace. Any last minute questions or comments that y'all have before I sign out for the night and we all can get some much needed rest?